Miniature panthers are found prowling around in many houses across the world, content to be pampered by their kind humans who provide them everything they need, including food, drink, and attention when needed. Of course, I'm talking about cats. Although some may believe that these cats don't return the affection we show them, this one fierce cat disproves that notion. Welcome to USA Stories channel. Do not forget to subscribe and activate the bell button to receive all new updates. Now let's go to the story. Nala was a stunning bicolor cat that didn't have an easy life to begin with. She was abandoned on the streets at birth, and sadly, her mother abandoned her when she was just a few weeks old. For the first several months of her existence, the little kitten had to scrounge for food and struggle to survive. It was difficult, but everything changed when Jack Greaves, a guy, discovered her. A meow that was not too loud was heard by Jack as he was passing by a tiny alleyway. The guy carefully entered the alley, curious about the sounds, and saw the small cat concealed in a small box. When Jack found her, she was covered in fleas and pretty skinny. Taking pity on the sad animal, the generous guy scooped up the tiny cat and brought her back to his house. After arriving, he and his spouse Joy made the decision to retain the small kitten, which they called Nala, and assured her that they would make every effort to restore her health. The pair kept their promise. As soon as they could, they rushed Nala to the veterinarian to determine how seriously ill the small kitty actually was. Fortunately, the veterinarian informed Jack and Joy that Nala was healthy overall, despite being a touch too thin and dehydrated. After giving the couple instructions on how to aid in the little animal's recovery, the veterinarian sent the small family on their way. Following several months of recuperation, Nala resembled a completely different feline. Rather of being shy and fearful of her new surroundings and owners, the cat was content to play and insisted on getting lots of attention from both Joy and Jack. Her filthy matted fur had also been cleaned, and she had developed a gorgeous thick coat. With the new member of their family, the couple could not be happier. Even though they had no intention of adopting an animal, they were unable to envisage their life without Nala. But after about a year, Jack and Joy thought they were ready to grow their little family once more. But this time, it was with their own child. Joy and Jack were eager to meet their child after learning they were pregnant at last. The two were overjoyed that their long-held dream of becoming parents was finally coming true. But after a few months of pregnancy, Joy became aware of something really strange. Around Mom and her growing baby belly, Nala was starting to behave pretty strangely. The cat would repeatedly rub up against her tummy and purr whenever it was in close proximity to her. Initially, Joy was perplexed. Unaware of her cat's actions, she started to fear that the animal wouldn't get along with the child. Joy went to the veterinarian and described Nala's behavior, curious as to whether her cat would get along with the new member of the family. But the veterinarian just grinned and told the mother it was all right, that the cat was genuinely expressing affection and wanted to protect the fetus. After her worries were allayed, Joy went back home and gladly let Nala resume taking care of the growing baby bulge. The family eagerly counted down the days till the new baby eventually came as the months passed. Then at last it occurred one day. Joy gave birth. Joy and Jack excitedly welcomed their infant daughter Amelia into the world after spending 3 hours in the delivery room. Joy and the infant were eager to show Nala their daughter when they were eventually permitted to go back home. When the cat initially came near the baby, it was wary. Nala seemed apprehensive about the small person, but she started purring again after a few wary sniffs. The cat appeared to be delighted about her new baby sibling as well. Weeks passed, and Nala was constantly close to Amelia. The mischievous cat would follow Joy about the home while she took care of her baby throughout the day. And at night, Nala would snuggle up on the chair by Amelia's cot. The cat was never far from the infant, wherever it happened to be. Sadly, Joy realized a few months after having birth that she would need to go back to work. For the couple to sustain their small family, they required Jack's and her income. It would thus be necessary for them to get a babysitter to watch Amelia throughout the day. Jack and Joy interviewed a lot of potential caregivers because they wanted to find the perfect fit for their child. The couple concluded that they had found the ideal babysitter in Chloe, a young lady, after spending a few exhausting weeks looking for her. Chloe, who was 23 years old, had just received her college degree. She had previously worked as a childcare provider to supplement her income while attending school, and she had excellent references from the families she had served. Jack and Joy recruited the young woman, believing her to be the ideal fit. They had no idea what was going to happen. The new arrangement looked to be working out just well at first. Joy would leave for work in the morning and come back in the afternoon with Jack. But a few weeks later, Joy got an odd note from Chloe. She was informed by the babysitter that Nal was acting strangely around her and had even snarled at her when she approached the infant too closely. Joy became concerned right away. It was concerning that Nal was acting violently toward the newborn because she had never done so before. Joy warned Chloe not to approach the cat and promised to take Nal to the veterinarian if the animal became sick. But after examining Nala, the veterinarian declared her to be in excellent condition. Joy informed Jack about the experience, feeling confused and worried about it too. But since Nala had never came after them directly and had always shown Amelia love, they reasoned that maybe she was just a little scared of the newcomer and needed some time to get used to it. When Chloe went to retrieve Amelia from her crib a week later, she received another text from Joy informing her that Nal had attempted to bite and even scratch her. Joy broke down and told Jack what had occurred once more. She started to believe that the only way to avoid injuring the infant would be to get rid of the cat. Jack, though, wasn't persuaded. Despite having spent up on the streets, Nal had never shown aggression since the day he had discovered her, as far as he knew. Rather, Jack started to think that there was another thing happening when he and his spouse were at work. Jack installed covert cameras throughout the house after deciding to take matters into his own hands. 3 of them, one each in the kitchen, Amelia's room, and the living room. Jack got home from work the day after he installed the cameras and started watching the footage. He called the police after being absolutely horrified by what he observed. Jack could plainly see Chloe entering Amelia's room when the infant was wailing on the video. But instead of helping the youngster to calm down by lifting her up, the young woman pinched the infant and gradually started yelling at her to shut up. Nal stormed into the room and threw herself at Chloe just as it appeared the babysitter was going to get nasty again. The cat started biting and scratching the woman wherever it could until the babysitter was entirely ejected from the room. Jack showed Joy the film right away, and the two phoned the police. They informed the police that they intended to file charges after showing them what they had found. Thank goodness Chloe was easily found and taken into custody by the police. The woman's sentence for her actions included many years in prison. Joy made the decision to resign from her career and take full-time care of Amelia after learning of the terrible occurrence. But the couple realized that as long as their wonderful cat Nala was there to watch after for Amelia, they had nothing to worry about. Who knew cats could be so wonderful? Please leave a comment below with your thoughts on this tale. Please remember to subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our videos. If you enjoyed the tale, the next video that plays on your screen will probably move you too.